Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to Let's Talk with Sistership Heals. My name's Leanne. I'm a psychic medium, energy healer, intuitive tarot reader, and spiritual life coach. And this space is all about understanding your energy, connecting with spirit, and healing from the inside out. So today's episode is a big one, especially if you're a parent, a single parent like myself. We're talking about cord cutting when you're co-parenting. So how to protect your energy from your ex, without cutting off your child, how to stay spiritually grounded, emotionally centered, and energetically clear, even when things can be a bit, complicated when it comes to you and the other parent. So whether you've recently separated or deep in co-parenting struggles, or you just want more peace within yourself, this episode is for you. So most people, when they think about co-parenting, they think more to the logistics of it all, in terms of who's picking up who when, school schedules, and what boundaries need to be put in place. And when we think about boundaries, we tend to think about physical boundaries as well. But if you're sensitive, like myself, if you're an empath or spiritually open, you know that there's a whole other layer. And this is the energetic layer, where you're still tied to someone that you're no longer in a romantic bond with, yet your lives are still forever connected because of your child or children. And you may not want to stay in their energy, but you can't fully cut them out either. So this is where it can get tricky here. And this is why I'm doing this segment in terms of the energy cords, so people can be aware. So energy cords between co-parents are real, and they can become deeply toxicated if they're not cleaned up. And it's also part of the whole healing process as well. When you separate from someone, and you start moving on in your own life, that you heal from certain things that have happened within the relationship, or why the relationship broke down, and being ready, I guess, if you're wanting to be with somebody else, have a new relationship, a new different dynamic of a relationship, one that works for your highest good. So when it comes to emotional cords, and if they're not cleaned up, these can look like their emotions still being within your energy. You take on their projections. Even you can pick up their subtle manipulations. These things can still have a pull on you. And obviously it's not good for you or your child, because your child can pick up on this as well, or children. So how do you still know if you're energetically entangled with the co-parent, with the other person? So these are some signs I see over and over again when I'm working with people. So you can feel drained or anxious every time you interact with them. You replay conversations for hours afterwards. Their mood can affect your nervous system, even if you're only texting. You avoid contact, but you still feel a bit hooked emotionally. So you know that they can still get to you emotionally. You feel fear, guilt, or anger. Even when you've tried to set boundaries or you haven't set boundaries. Your child's energy feels off, and you sometimes feel this as well when they come back from the other parent. So if any of this sounds familiar, this is something that maybe you would like to consider. And also these are signs that between you and your ex-partner, that the energy cords between you are not a healthy one, and something for you to kind of consider in terms of cord cutting. So cord cutting with a parent it doesn't mean cutting the parent out. It just means clearing their energetic drain, their imprint on you to a certain extent. You're not severing the connection with your child's needs. You're not severing you're just severing the unhealthy energetic tethers, the emotional power struggles, the guilt loops, and the energetic control. So you're now saying to yourself, I will remain a parent alongside you, but I refuse to energetically be drained, manipulated, or entangled anymore. And while doing this, you're actually allowing your child to share the positive energy field that you're promoting within your space as well. So this is a spiritual boundary that you're setting for yourself and your child. So I had a client of mine that came to me, let's call her Emma. She came to me very exhausted. Her child was only 4, and every interaction with her ex left her shaking. who is passive aggressive, manipulative, and often cold. But she often felt like she was, she was hooked to a certain extent. This is her life now. So within our session, Spirit showed me a thick cord between her solar plexus and her throat chakra, a combination of guilt and powerlessness. We did a cord clearing, and not to just cut out her ex as a parent, but to release his energy from her field. So afterwards, she told me that she finally felt like the mother that she always wanted to be, not just an emotional caretaker, that she felt as though she was physically present and was able to, take on her masculine energy a bit more, integrate her masculine energy a bit more, where she was able to speak up for herself, set boundaries, and protect her energy. So that's the shift that cord cutting can create. So I just want to move on and just let you just go through a cord cutting ritual that you can do if you're still co-parenting and you feel as though this can relate to you and your situation. So if you're able just to sit down or lay down at the moment, have some time to yourself, and let's just set an intention here with this healing. Say to yourself, I release all energetic attachments to, add the person's name, that are draining, controlling, or unbalanced. I retain only the connection that supports peaceful co-parenting. And now close your eyes and take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart or your solar plexus. And you just want to scan your body to see where you feel the energetic cord. Where does it live in your body? Does it feel heavy, clingy, tangled? And now call on your spirit guides, your angels, or your higher self. Just call them in. And ask them gently to cut the cord or dissolve the cord for you. You can imagine them using light, fire, or a tool of your choosing, angelic scissors perhaps, to sever the unhealthy parts of your connection. Send peace to their side, should I say, to your ex's side, and reclaim your energy. See golden light pouring into the space the cord left. Say, I am whole, my energy is mine, I parent from peace and not pain. You may want to repeat this ritual regularly, especially after contact, drop-offs, or emotional flare-ups. You can also picture or visualize yourself being surrounded by a white protective light, protecting your energy before you come into contact with the other person. So after cord cutting, you may feel tired. You may want to cry. It does often bring up some emotions because you're cutting that tie. You might even feel relief. Just let the emotions move through you. You're likely to notice subtle changes. Some might be that you don't You don't react as strongly to messages. Your anxiety can fade. You stop obsessing and fearing confrontations, and your child can seem a lot more calmer. At this point here, with these subtle notices that you may notice, this is energetic alignment here at work. This is when you know that you're aligned with your higher self. So in closing, co-parenting doesn't mean that you have to have energetic chaos. You can have emotional boundaries and spiritual clarity and peace and spiritual boundaries. So cutting cord isn't rejection, it's self-respect. You are respecting yourself, and it's part of your self-love. It's energetic hygiene for parents who are trying to stay grounded in love. If you're feeling the weight of old cords, or you want help clearing energy safely, I also offer one-to-one sessions where we go deep into healing. You can learn more in regards to what I offer in the link below. As always, thank you for trusting me with your energy today. Your peace matters, your healing matters, and you're doing better than you probably think. Until next time, take care of your spirit. You're never alone.